rivers breaking, pieces on the ground. Don't you know you gotta let go, turn off the cell phone. You don't need to conversate anymore. Take control, you gotta let go, turn off your cell phone. You are your brother's helper, we are each other's shelter. We can move the world together, give the world a little shake. We are the earthquake. We can change the world forever, give it just a little shake. We are the earthquake. Everybody has to stay. We are the earthquake. Brace yourself. Can you feel the thunder rolling underground? Face yourself. Is it any wonder that the mountains are all tumbling down? Take a stand. You gotta reach out, turn off your cell phone. You don't need the status quo anymore. Take my hand, reach out, I'll never let go. We are our brother's helper, we are each other's shelter. We can move the world together, give the world a little shake. We are the earthquake. We can change the world forever, give it just a little shake. We are the earthquake. Everybody has to stay. We are the earthquake.
Hai, hello. Selamat selamat tengah hari saya ucapkan kepada semua penonton yang sedang menonton kami live dari Facebook and YouTube KPJ Healthcare University College, as known as KPJUC. Nama saya Nisharini Pillay dan saya merupakan pelajar Bachelor of Pharmaceutical Sciences tahun 3 semester 2, and I will be the moderator for this forum. Untuk pengetahuan semua, webinar hari ini bertajuk A Day in Industries merupakan anjuran daripada Pharmacy Student Association, Pharmas KPJUC dengan kerjasama KPJ Healthcare University College. Okay, sebelum saya nak start lah kan, I just nak cerita satu benda ni lah. Untuk pengetahuan kita punya audience semua hari ni, speaker-speaker kita ni semua memang alumni BPS dari KPJUC sendiri. So maksudnya semua ni senior saya lah yang dah bekerja dan berjaya dah. So kita agak bertuah lah hari ni because mereka sanggup kosongkan masa kerja diorang mereka untuk hari ni bersama-sama kita pada hari ini. So jadi siapakah speaker kita hari ni? Haha. Okay, the first speaker. Saya kenalkan speaker kita pertama, Encik Kalaimaran Kaliapan. Beliau merupakan student of BPS Court 7 and now he's currently working as Technology Transfer Executive at Novogen Pharma. Hi Kalai, how are you?
Hi. Very fine. How are you?
I'm fine. Kat mana tu?
Kat office. I am at office now.
Oh, kerja lah. Okay, that's good. Okay, let's go to the second speaker. Miss Vidya Veno. Beliau merupakan former student of BPS Court 9 and now currently working as product specialist and product quality control R&D clinical trial assistant at HKL Pure Organic Senjan Berhad. So, hi kakak, how are you?
Hi Nisha, I'm good. How are you?
Had your lunch?
No, it's too early.
Okay, untuk pengetahuan semua juga, Miss Vidya Veno ialah Assistant Secretary for Halal Jekim Community under her company and I'm so proud of you kakak. Okay, moving on to our last speaker, Miss Rishabala. Beliau merupakan former student BPS Court 2 and I the Court 14. So she's the super senior among us today. And she's also working as sales and marketing executive at Beatrice Pharma. Hi kakak, how are you?
Hi, thank you for having me here today.
Okay kakak, have you got your vaccine?
Yes, of course.
Are you fully vaccinated?
Yes, kalau tak vaksin nanti tak boleh keluar kat mana pun. So you have to, right? Do you have a choice now?
No. Okay, that's so good. So kita dah kenal semua speaker kita. So saya tak nak buang masa and I will terus go to the first question. Mr. Kalai, the first question is for you. What do you do as a technology transfer executive?
Okay, in shortly, how I can explain about transfer executive is about simply we can say that we are bridge between R&D and plant team. Okay, our R&D is in Glenmarie and our plant is in Pandayan Stack. So we should be here to bring the product from R&D to plant. So for example, let's say R&D is making their will be like around 5 kg, 10 kg like that. But in plant, in commercial scale, we will bring it up to 30 kg, 50 kg, 100 kg. Even tablet counts can be count like 100,000 tablets, 500,000 tablets, 1 million tablets. So the scale up factor will be an important role in making the products come into the plant, So we are making that small scale into bigger scale in plant. So other than that, we should also know about formulation because there's excipients whichever like got interaction whichever we can't use in bigger scale in plant, So we should know about formulations and production, how production works, how the machine works, how we can occupy the bigger amount in our mission. So mostly that is our main role. But what is our sub role is We also involved in quality assurance, regulatory affair. So currently we are directly dealing with FDA regulations, US FDA and MHRA is will be in future, and also NPRA, our Malaysian market. So we also target for Thailand markets. We also deal with regulatory affair regarding our regulation. Then other than that, in production, okay, when we bring the small scale from R&D to plant, there will be a lot of troubleshooting. Whatever they didn't see in R&D, we will see in production. So we will troubleshoot granulation stage until coating stage. For example, I can say in coating stage will be peeling of tablet, logo bridging, edges erosion, and much more. If it appears not nice, means the final product won't be go into commercialization. So we will also investigate the product failure and a scale of factors, and then much more. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good. Okay, moving to
Thank you. Thank you.
Miss Vidya. Actually, how did you get this job, Kakak? I can't hear you.
Now you can hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you introduced me just now, I think half of the people will be like wondering, oh, fuel organic, what type of company is this? So that was my first impression as well. Oh, what type of company is this lah? I'm getting called from. So okay, what I did was I randomly, went to NPRA website and then I type, licensed, licensed pharmaceutical, nutraceutical, cosmetic companies listed. So what I do was when I was applying for my intern, it was, we are going through some hardship, MCO, lockdown. So I was a bit worried, many people try, many people you call, there is no response, you'll be very upset with that. So I randomly did what I just apply everywhere. I think more than 100 applications I've sent through, through seeing the website and all. So, and then after a day, I got a call from this company, this specific company. When she called me, okay, I was like, okay. Then she said, let's have an informal chat. Then I said, is it interview? Then she said, yeah, but don't make it so complicated. Let's just have an informal talk. So she interviewed me everything. She was so impressed with my thesis work actually. That's how I got a job in here. As well as this is still a new company. They just opened 2019. They start their new venture in 2019. And so far they only have one product, which is very good product. So in terms of that, yeah, after a day, after interview, she was very impressed with my thesis work and she told me that it's going to be something relatable. So she took me as an intern. After a week, I got a call saying that I'm, offered this job and all. So she asked me, do you familiarize with clinical trials? But if you are studying in Bachelor in Pharmaceutical Science, we are not exposed to clinical trials. So I told her, no, I'm not exposed. But if you teach me, I think I can do better than that. No? So she for the first week she brought me to HKL, and then we were this company is mainly focusing on wound care. So we target all the diabetic foot ulcer people, venous ulcer people, and we did trial on them. So what is our part is we go to clinical trial there, and then we'll do some review for patients. Okay, that's how I got the job. Okay, within 2 weeks of my internship, I got an offer in this company saying that I'm really impressed with all your work because you're very independent, responsible, and all. So they took me, but I'm still under contract at that time because you have to do your complete internship 3 months. So yeah, I've been offered a good salary when I'm doing my intern as well.
Oh, I'm
So
so
why not?
impressed. Wow. Congrats, Kakak.
Thank you.
Okay, coming to our super senior, Kak Risha. Hi, Kak Risha. Okay,
Hello.
what do you do as a sales and marketing executive, Kakak?
Okay, so first, let me just say some words about myself. So I'm Risha from Sales and Marketing. I belong to a company known as Beatrice Pharma. So, and I would maybe like to share my slide a little bit on sales and marketing as well. This is something so that I can, show you. You have an idea that I can show you something. Okay, are you able to see my slide?
Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to pharmaceutical company, so there's two big budget will be allocated. One will be for your R&D department. If you could see my pointer, so this will be on your right hand side. There's R&D and also sales and marketing department. So my job scope is actually under sales and marketing. So there's two biggest budget will be allocated. One will be spent for R&D to innovate a new drug into a market, and the second would be for sales and marketing, where the drug that being newly innovated, how are you going to bring that to the end consumer? How are you going to bring that to the doctors and then to the end consumers as well? So sales and marketing is about how are you going to bring any new launch product to the end user, which is the consumers, which is patients actually. So this is actually a rough idea of the expenditure of the pharmaceutical marketing. So when it comes to deep into the marketing, we will use this budget allocated by the company for certain reasons for promotional materials, like sometimes of advertisement. There's two type of product, OTC range product and prescription graded medications as well. So depends on the category, we will actually help to promote the new launch product. Can be a direct selling, can be like through samples. Where does the company want to actually spend their budget on? Okay, this is a rough, just to give you a rough idea how about a product adoption curve. Okay, this is how a product will come into a market. Let's say, for example, a new product. A new product when it comes into the market, that means it's under the introduction phase. And then here, that means you are introducing a new product. For example, let's say into a diabetes market. You are introducing a new product for diabetes-related medication. So it will be at the first stage here itself. And then from here, it will actually, the sales will be low because it's not being into there's no any promotion, there's no any advertising, there's no any direct selling to the doctors. It's still new. People don't believe the science behind the product yet and all. And then it goes to the second stage, which is the growth. So here they will spend, there will be two categories they'll spend the most, which is at the introduction category and also the growth category. So here marketing will be spending a lot in terms of their budget to promote, to give promotions, and then to do a lot of type of marketing gimmicks and strategies as well. And then the product will move into a maturity level where the sales will be very at the peak. That means everyone already been known for the product, and then this is where the health professionals like doctors, pharmacies, hospitals, clinics will be gaining their highest profit margin, including the company that invent the product as well. And then the product will be go into the decline phase. That means maybe there'll be more competitors out already. There'll be another classification of drug out already, and then slowly it will go for decline stage as well. So according to this, we will spend our marketing budget. So the most will be spent under introduction and growth. This is to pick up the sales up to here. Here, the product sales will be at the highest. This period will be around, depends on the type of product, maybe 10 to 20 years, or even some, for example, like metformin being launched into the market, the first metformin being launched in the market, from the introduction up to here, it's still available in the market, and it's still at the maturity level. And then you can later see a downtrend of the sales as well when other classification of product is up. Okay, some of the pharmaceutical marketing, like for example, what do we do and all. So we are involved in, now the era is more to digital. So now we are we spend a lot of money on digital advertising. That means we have a video presentation for doctors. We have a digital video presentation like that for consumers, retailers, pharmacies, for chain pharmacies like Caring, AA pharmacies and all. Video marketing, people people love to watch video instead of giving a talks. For example, saya bagi contoh lah, I give you video and then I want to talk. Which one you prefer? You prefer to watch a video?
Yeah.
Yes. Many people like to watch videos sebab dia macam tonton movie kan like that. So we also treat like that for our doctors, for our, like all our consumers as well. We have like certain product and then together with the video marketing and then like search engine. That means, for example, if you want to find about any drug, like for example, Riparil gel. So whenever you type in into any search engine like Google, like any Firefox, anything like that, so it will pop up. Webinars. Okay, webinars is something that a lot of pharma companies actively involve. Okay, webinars is involve doctors, involves patients, involves consumers. This is the way that we actually educate doctors, educate our pharmacists, and we also provide them like a CPD point and all. This is the way actually we create awareness of the disease. For example, now, Malaysia is very high in obesity patient. So macam mana kita nak create satu awareness? How do we reach this news to the public? So these are all through webinars. So we educate our doctors what is the importance to reduce the obesity and also, and then through that goes to the consumer. Live panels and interviews. So we also have doctors yang akan bagi interview related, maybe today is the National Heart Day. So we have like certain, doctors, very influenced doctors, they akan bagi talk regarding the importance of taking care of your cholesterol, taking care of your heart, everything like that. Influencer marketing, this is more to a product like a OTC range kind of product. For example, you have any shampoo or you have any gel, which is the OTC range. So we will use a very famous, well-known like sports person for contoh, Dato' Lee Chong Wei for maybe a gel which can actually prevent from pain like that. So we will use this type of people for influencer marketing. Public relations, sorry, there's a spelling error there. Public relation, more to PR. That means between a marketing person, salesperson, and also the doctors, pharmacies, consumers, or another pharma-related people and all. ABM is actually annual like business meeting and all. So here also a lot of doctors will be engaging. Direct marketing is through the sales rep. That means sales rep akan directly promote to them as well. Okay, so this is about how does pharmaceutical marketing happen, and these are contoh-contoh lah macam mana kita like how do we promote our product by patient leaflet, brochure, bunting, and then poster. Even kadang-kadang kita will sponsor even for doctors name board also, and this is some of it. We give like for example here you can see like a free waist belt, and then there the arrow pointing is for the hang cell. So kalau pernah tak tengok you when you go into a pharmacy and then you can see like other board specially only for this product.
Yeah.
Like that. Okay, so this is all actually being sponsored by the pharma company. Even for this, on your right hand side, there's like a Dino pack. We call this Riparil Dino pack. This is to attract kids, parents that having kids so that they will buy this product. So dia macam shape, macam cartoon shape like that, Dino shape like that. This is all we call as pharma gimmicks. So when the kids get attracted to that, and then they'll say, "Mommy, can we have Riparil gel or not? The dino there is very cute like that." Okay. A part of it, very commonly, we know that promotional materials we will give from pharma is pens, pill counter. If you work in a pharmacy, you know everything comes into the pharmacy will be branded. The pharma name, for example, Novartis, Pfizer, Mylan, any pharma that will come, the sign, the signature of the doctor, anything can be a pill counter, anything will be sponsored by the pharma company. And you can see the middle picture is countertop. This is also commonly replaced in all retailers like pharmacies as well. This is to also bagi nampak product kita nampak when the consumer walk in, so that it highlights our product there nearby to the counter, even for a glass door sticker. So this is also being sponsored by the pharma company. So bahagian ni semua, everything's actually coming under so I'll be stop sharing my slide. So this is on the first question as well. So this is all comes under sales and marketing. So anyone asking what is sales and marketing, bukan saja jual product or what. We do a lot of things behind of it. Everything comes with the paperwork behind of it. Okay? Thank you.
That's so much of knowledge that you gave me. Okay, moving on to Mr. Kalai. How do you keep your knowledge up to date with the current pharmacy practice, new drugs, trends in the industry. I can't hear you.
Hello,
Yeah, okay.
can you hear me?
Yeah,
Before our college time, before our work, before we finish the college, it's a different work life, you know. Everything will be fit. Lecturers will update everything, lecturers will teach you everything. But after college, you need to open up the books. You need to open up your internet and learn more, you know. So from that, I can say from experience, how I update my knowledge. Okay, first thing, the first and best thing is through your mobile. LinkedIn. You know about LinkedIn?
no,
Yeah, in LinkedIn. Don't know. Okay,
no.
okay. Later you can Google search. LinkedIn is one of the social media for professionals. So all the professionals from all over the world will be LinkedIn, and only they will share about their profession, their industry. For example, let's say, hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, all those things will be shared in LinkedIn. When you connect with them, when you follow them, when their knowledge and expertise and specialization share in your LinkedIn profile, it will automatically update in your LinkedIn profile. You know, so you can read up. So, for example, I can say I am OST, oral dosage form. You know, so I have read up from the one expertise telling that in future there may be a 3D printing tablet manufacturing. So now what we do from granulation stage, we will go to compression, they will go ting, all manual. But in future, it can be 3D printing. They can print the tablet itself in the so it's something innovative. So that's a bit I get from LinkedIn. Other than that, we can join the pharmaceutical online forums. You know, online forums also compile of lot of professionals, and then also you can keep up with the connection with your lecturers because lecturers are in the education industry. You know, they have a lot of knowledge and a lot of updates from their circle, so they also can share with you what is the update. So but you should keep in touch with the lecturers lah. That's more important.
so until
Second
now,
is you always communicate. Pardon?
no, until now you are keeping in touch with
Hello,
your lecturer,
pardon?
is it?
Of course. I keep in touch with Mr. Abdullah, Mr. Anand every time.
Oh,
I'll
that's so
message
good.
them. Not regarding this, with our personal factors, everything I'll message them. So, third thing is I always communicate with the managers. Managers are the leader of our department, right? They have all the update regarding the company and also our industry. So when we keep up our with them, we can get the new ideas every time. So that is some of the approach I I get to improve myself every day. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Kak Vidya, what do you do as a product quality control, R&D, and clinical trial assistant?
Okay. So I got a lot of role in this company because it's a new company.
Okay.
So she has put me into all this department. It's not one shot work. So maybe like okay, when it comes to product quality control, when there is production, we will I will be acting as like product quality control. When I've got this R&D, I will act like a researcher. And then when I go to HKL, yeah, I'll be their clinical trial assistant. So what I do during my product quality control time, it's only when production. So what I do is each company they got their own checklist of what we have to do as a product quality control. So what I do is today if production starts, I have to go 1 hour early to assist the cleaners to clean whatever all the machines, all the packing machine, all the cooking machine, and all. So that is my job is to ensure that everything is fine, clean room and all. So that is my product quality control. And then after production finish, I have to check our product, whether it's the consistency is there or not, whether the color is okay or not, all the organoleptic, what we studied with our lecturers. Yeah, all those factors is very important when it comes to product quality control. So after that, after my production, we will send one of the sample to our outsourced company to check for safety purpose. That's how after that only we can actually market our product, and then every year we do the stability test. Since it's a new product, we still have to have the record. So that is my role as a product quality control officer. Okay, in that this one. Okay, R&D. So now my company, after I get this job and all, so I already spoke to my boss about, come, let's develop a new product. Only why only one product? And then yeah, I know it's reaching the market, but one product where got
Yeah.
business. Come, let's do another product. So we were actually talking and talking. We came up with an idea lah. Actually, I cannot share so much of info on that, but eventually you will know lah about that. So what we do is we are actually working close with searing people to develop this product. So whatever ideas that I got, I will share with them, and then we are actually going to come up with a sister product to this company. So maybe you all can pray for that.
All the
To be a
best for your
success
job.
as well. So, okay, what is my role as a clinical trial assistant? So, as you all know that I am working in HKL, like a contract basis. So, what I do is I go there every once in a month, and then we have actually 50 over patients under our cream, under our ointment, I mean. So what I have to do is I will go there and I will check personally every single patient's wound. So since we are actually dealing with diabetic wounds, so diabetic wounds, right? It's kind
Yeah.
of big. It's not
Yeah.
small. It's not
Yeah.
tiny. So if you didn't take care of your diabetic wound, then amputation, cut, gone. So our ointment now is actually preserving their quality of life rather than amputing. We are actually coming granulation, epithelialization of the cells are there. So what I do is when I go to HKL hospital, the first thing I hate is when I see the debridement process, how they do so harsh and all. So I am not this one. So what the patients think, okay, who is this girl? They all call me doctor because they don't know who am I. So what I
Okay.
do, I'll wear my PPE and all, and then I will try to do debridement there with them, saying that you have to do this, you have to cleanse your wound. If you don't cleanse your wound, if you pakai normal steroids also won't work because you have a lot of dead cells and all. So that is my role in there. And then once everything done there, I'll come and I'll file up because when it comes to clinical trial, you need to do documents. You have to see the size, measurement, and all. So when I'm there, yeah, I will try to see their sizes. Every 2 weeks, we will try to find, we will engage with them. We will get WhatsApp pictures to them, and then we will update the size. So far, our response is a bit high. More than 20 people already healed, and they escaped from amputation. So that
That's
is the
good.
biggest something that we really wanted to hear from our customers as well. So that is my job as these three main things. Yeah,
So multitasking person lah.
yeah. But to do new company, we have to multitask for them.
Okay. That's so good. Now let's go to Kak Risha pula. Kak, can you share me some interesting experience as sales and marketing executive?
Okay, so when it comes to sales and marketing, even when I got the job itself, I have a very interesting. When I went for actually, my first company was through one of my senior got hired, and then within few months, and then I was recommended, like a house, like a friend like that. Ada kerja kat sini, join in like that. So I also went, and then I don't know, with God grace. I had a manager that gave me a very, very tough interview. And then I'm a person that you want me to talk, I can talk. You want me to be quiet, I can be quiet. I'm a very ambivert kind of person. That means I can be both. I can be an introvert, I can enjoy my time by myself, and also an extrovert kind of person. That means I can be outspoken as well. So when I was going to the interview, so that was my first interview after, completing all the education and everything. When I was in uni, I was a very, how to say, a very technical person. That means I also do like theses involved in, clinical papers, publishing these and that. Was a person that was working in the lab and all. And then suddenly when you go into sales and marketing, so they want someone that's very outspoken, very proactive, literally they want someone that can bagi apa pun boleh cakap, like that I throw to you any topic, you must be able to pick up and then handle or have a conversation with any health professional, like that. So when I was in interview, I was not asked about my education. I was not asked anything. They just give me a random topic and then, okay, just role play in front of me, like that. So now you are, I was hired as a product specialist, and then how would you handle a situation like that? So I was like, I try to, manage. As I managed to answer, they'll throw another one. Managed to answer, the manager throw another one. So at one, he was like cornering me, corner, until the end. I was like, I don't know how to answer. Then at last I told that, I think you should teach me how to, how to do it already. Then he was like, he laughed. The manager that interviewed me, he laughed, and then he said like, I was just pulling pulling your leg. Actually, I think you're hired, like that. I was like, okay. Just like that. And then he was like, my session was 1 hour, and then he was like, he just like just got up and then just left like that. I was like, ini ada kerja ke tak? Am I like being hired or not? Then I was like, why is this like so complicated like that? So I came out of the room, and then I stopped him and I asked, you sure I'm being hired? It's like, yeah, I didn't manage to answer your question, right? I was like, then he laughed at me again. I was like, it's okay. I just want to see whether you can talk or not, like that. I just want to see whether you can answer back or not. I don't want you to get nervous when you're on field, like that. And then the next day itself, they just throw me out of the field. That means, okay, when say field means, that means they just gave me a hospital, and then they just give me a list of people that I should meet, and then just like that, just put me on work really. No any training, no any guidance, just like that. They just gave me, okay, you go to this hospital XYZ, and then you meet this person, like that. I was like, okay, how am I going to knock a door? Let's say I'm going to meet a Dr. A, and then I'm going to knock the door, and then what am I going to do inside? I don't even have a name card. I don't even have anything with me. And then that's how I start learn. That means I learn everything from scratch, everything by just facing the reality. And when you are in pharma, the person that you will be working with a lot of people. That means you are a middle person. That means you are under sales and marketing. You must be engaged with the consumer and public, pharmacies, doctors from all levels. That means surgeons, specialists, sometimes the head of departments. And at certain scenarios, you even have to meet certain mentris and also like certain datu. Because if you're handling a government portfolio, you may need to meet the people that at very higher level to get through like certain meetings, and also you have like to, you must adapt lah. Semua level pun boleh masuk. Every level also you must be able to bravely to present. Sometimes if you are bringing a very new thing in the market, you must present to them. You must convince them. So you must have your idea to get through, kepada orang yang you nak sampaikan tu. So you must have that confidence to talk to all the levels, even to the lowest level up to the highest level. For example, now I was handling a portfolio from MINDEF Hospital. MINDEF Hospital means Ministry of Defense. So when the era that I was handling was by the previous government, so I need to go into the dato that is actually handling the entire Ministry of Defense Hospital to get through my, my things that from the companies as well. So it's very hard to, like there's a little bit of objection there, challenges there. They will throw you, dia macam the datuk there ke ataupun doctor there, it will actually ask you a lot of things, macam-macam you have to face, and then you have to convince them to get through your ideas and all. So this is how it will go. Dia bukan, there's not only, it's not about science and paper only. Sometimes involve politics, sometimes involve your extra miles. You have to go like extra miles, like that. I'll just share one more thing about my experience where I actually cried when I was on field. That was also my first company. They were so confident. Lepas tu, they just let go me to just do things. I don't know whether the manager just believed that I could handle it, maybe. So the first week I was on field also, I didn't know who was the doctor's background and all. I didn't do a background check, and then I just went to the doctor's room. It was a private hospital. I was sitting in the room. I was sitting, and then patient all left. Suddenly, I thought maybe doctor is seeing the last patient, and next would be my turn. I was sitting. After like 1, 2, 3 hours, and then the kakak was like, the receptionist there was like, doktor dah balik lah, adik. I was like, seriously? Macam mana dia balik? I was sitting in front of the door. Macam mana doktor balik? Ada dia tu kat belakang tu. I was like, oh my God, just like that balik. I mean, like, doctor know that my name card is went through, and then doctor know that I'm sitting there, and then she just left like that. Then I was like, okay, tak apa. The next day I go again, and then this round I was waiting. I was waiting like around like until the end of the day. I was waiting because that person was very important for my related to my product. And then I was like sitting, and then doctor came out of the door, and then I ran behind the doctor. And then I think the doctor got offended, and then the doctor said that she just tapped my shoulder, and then she just said like, girl, you have to grow up. She just tapped my shoulders, and then she just mentioned this, girl, you have to grow up, like that. And I was like, and then she just left. She just walked so fast. Walked so fast across the corridor already. I was just like kat situ, and then just like blinking my eyes, literally like, tears fell down already. I was like, nak buat apa ni? My company is expecting me to, do something with the doctor, and then the doctor is not opening the door at all. She just not giving me any opportunity to even talk to her. And then I was thinking, what can I do better? How could I get the doctor's attention? So at first I let go of my emotion. I was literally a little bit crying. I ran back to the car, and then I called my friend. It's like, this has happened. And then she was like, you chill first, you let go everything first, then you can know the answer already. Then I was like, okay. Then I just let go everything. I stopped crying already because I was not into really crying, but I was thinking, why the doctor should actually do one have a conversation with me? Is it because of me, or is it because of some other reasons? I started to think, and then I sorted it out already. Actually, then I got to know the doctor is actually she was one of the key opinion leader for the diabetes. That means, for example, in Malaysia, right, there's like the head of president for Heart Association, National Heart Association, Malaysian head of orthopedic for Malaysian Orthopedic Association. Like, she was one of the person for like this type of like organization like that. I didn't know that. I was like very new to even knew that. And then I got to know that she's very, very influenced. That's why my company is actually like chasing after this doctor to actually have her as one of the key opinion leader for this product as well. So this is how, after I do all my background check and all that, like, okay, that means to get dapatkan perhatian daripada this doctor itself, it's very, very hard. And then the next week I went in again. I wrote a letter, dear doctor, mention the name XYZ, and then I told her, I'm very new to this company. I'm very, very new to even for pharma. I hope that, I wrote everything. My last line was, I hope that you will give me an opportunity to see you. And then after waited for again 2-3 hours, and then the door opened, and then I went in. I introduced myself, and then that was the end of all the stories. So this is how you will meet a lot of people with a lot different type of like character. They can be, some person can be they can really share to you everything. Some person you must like nak bagi muka bulat pun, you must like doctor please lah, talk lah, like that already, right? So you have to engage with all types of people. So that's how you can banyak multitasking lah. What you learn and what you'll be seeing in real pharma is actually two different worlds. You must be having both feet in both sides. That means you must be having your clinical background very strong. That means your science must be very strong also. At the same time, your extra skill, that means your leadership, the way you communicate, the way you bring yourself, confident, everything, presenting, everything, all makes you sum up as one person like that. Okay, all good? I hope I answered your question. This is some of the interesting thing happened when I was newbie, into sales and marketing.
That's so nice to hear the interesting experience that you gave us. So did you manage to convince them or not?
Yeah, at last I did. At last the doctor gave me a opportunity to go in and then sit and talk to her.
Ah.
Because I was very new, and then she was like, like a president for a certain organization. That means she's like very atas already. That means I have to like, I
Okay.
must find a way to attract her to look at me.
Ah.
I can't be like how to say, because this type of people, there'll be a lot of pharma people queue up there to even ketuk the door and then go in. I'm one of the, I can't be the next rep, like just like there's 10 rep there, I'm the 11th rep that's going to just like wait there and then sit for a doctor like that. So I have to do something extra to like attract her like that. Maybe she expect something else. Anything could be like that.
Okay. That's so nice to hear. Okay, Mr. Kalai, I wanted to ask you, like, how
Yeah.
do you really relate our KPJUC syllabus to your working area?
Okay, for that question, actually every subject you study in our college for in our program, Bachelor in Pharmaceutical Science with Health Sciences, is very much relatable to our working environment. Even you want to work as a production executive, QC, QA, sales and marketing, everything. For example, pharmaceutical technology is very helpful in our product development and also in our pharmaceutical production. Second thing is dosage form is by Mr. Abdullah. I think it will be third year, I think so. So it will be very much helpful in formulation to understand the formulation to make it to bigger scale into production. It's very much helpful. Then medicinal chemistry from Mr. Anand. It's also very much helpful in understanding the molecular of the excipients. Why these excipients can't work with these excipients? Why this API is chosen in this process? For example, I say you granulation. We have two-stage granulation, wet granulation and dry granulation. Understand? Then third thing is what is a new technology for pellet technology. It is only Notion having the technology. So I also learned that. So in college, it's a theoretical experience, can I say, wet granulation and dry granulation. So those things, for example, Panadol, where they go for dry granulation. That is the excipient learning in dosage form. In also medicinal chemistry is very much helpful actually. And final sem we have sales and marketing. It is also very much helpful when we think on commercial perspective because we no need to, as per my advice, we no need to shrink our knowledge in just technical things. We also need to know about management things because our future goal is will be different for everyone. Okay, then and communication subjects we will learn I think in final sem. So it's also very much helpful when you improvise your communication during the interview and then with your working colleagues, when you team, it might very much helpful. So altogether our syllabus design is very much helpful for every students. And other than the syllabus, I think our college also is focusing on extracurricular activities. As my advice, don't just focus into the curricular syllabus things. Focus into extracurricular. For example, any competition, debate competition, or any fountain, anything. From there, you will learn how to say your personality, your skills, teamwork, communication skills around that, team play, management, team management. Even I also be a farmers president, so we will know how to manage a team, right? So secretary, even any positions you will learn. So that thing will helpful in your working environment. If you ask me, in conclusion, I can say your CGPA is important, but not only that is important. Even you can score 3 or 2.9, 2.8, even 2.5 in borderline. But when you're working environment, you will be a manager, you will be a CEO one day. Yeah, that's my thing. What I learned in my bachelor.
So the syllabus are also important, are also related to our working
Yes,
life.
syllabus also important, but not only that is important. Just understand that.
Okay. Okay. Kak Vidya, what are the attributes needed for your profession actually? Okay.
Okay,
Yes.
when you talk about attributes and my job title in this company, I think I'm very much engaged in every single part, like, from sales, marketing, from everything, because still new company and all. So I think that from my point of view, I think responsibility is the first attribute that I have to really have. If not, I don't think so. This, like, when it comes to, some people, they are not good in micromanaging tasks and all. So when it comes to that, I think responsibility is very important because I'm actually directly engaged with my boss. I'm not having another third person coming in and telling things. So whatever instruction, it will be from my boss and direct to me. So there is no two-way communication.
Okay.
So yeah, so responsibility is the main thing. And now my boss is going for her maternity leave. So the
Oh,
full responsibility on me. So I'll be like acting what CEO of the company now. Yeah,
wow.
that's a
That's
very big responsibility that she's going to put on me. I'm
okay.
actually very scared, but I think I can cope up. Okay, so first will be responsibility. Second is honesty. When it comes to honesty and integrity, I have to always juggle my patient's mind. Okay, for example, if I'm going to HKL hospital, because I'm dealing with them and I'm doing all the clinical trials, I can't be going and telling them, this ointment is going to work 100% on you. I cannot be giving assurance saying that, oh, this wound cream is going to help us 100%. Cannot, because we don't know it's going to
Yeah.
help with their condition or not, and how
Yeah.
long it takes for them to cure. So I think we have to be always openly say things and very honest to them. Like, always tell your customers and the patients the truth. Okay, if a patient is coming and then the whole leg is had necrosis, infection, and then you go and say promisingly saying that, oh no, we can actually save your toe or we can save your leg. It's a very big fault. So when it comes to that, my boss always says things like, when you deal with customers, please take picture, and then we will have our panel of doctors. Like, I'm really engaged with the top wound care department doctor, which is known as Dr. Hari Krishnan. If I'm not sure that you all know or not. So I'm very
Okay.
much engaged with him, and then we have got our panel doctors. So I should, before I say things, I have to consult them before I say things, because I'm not the doctor. So
Yeah.
like, yeah, so these are the two things that I think I need to have when it comes to, attributes all that I need to be in this professional trust lah. If my boss don't trust me now, I don't think so I can be in this situation. She just left me with all the works piling up, and tomorrow is my audit actually. I'll be leading the audit for her. So it's a
Okay.
very big responsibility, lying on me. So I don't want to disappoint my boss. So from the start studying in KPJUC, I think from the start, some of the lecturers who is very close to me, they always say, you are a very capable person, but you are lazy. They will always tell me from diploma, because I take
Okay.
opinions very seriously when it comes to lecturers. So when
Okay.
I was doing my diploma, they always say that words. When I come to degree, they stop saying that I'm lazy, because I actually changed my lifestyle,
Okay.
because I think
360 formation.
I think maybe the lecturer will be watching. So I'm very proud, because if they are not there, I don't think so I am here. I'm always thankful to all the lecturers of KPJUC, and special thanks to Dr. Abdullah, Madam Poon, all the deans, for making it happen and all. So yeah.
Okay. That's nice. Okay. Kak Risha, how does Bachelor of Pharmaceutical Sciences knowledge helps you to face your career challenges?
Okay, it's a very very excellent question. I would say that today I'm a person here is actually made by the lecturers, made by the college, the people there, and also of course the content of the course as well. Bachelor, when I've joined, I had a foundation of diploma in pharmacy, and then I continued with Bachelor in Pharmaceutical Science with Health Sciences. When I was introduced into this program, I was like, what are we going to learn? What are we going to study and all? And then we are actually being exposed. Just a little bit about the course. We are being exposed into all different type of how to say type of subjects involved in this course. That means you are not only into a person that formulate medications. That means not only drug. That means you will explore your knowledge in all different categories. For example, some of the courses that comes under this, some of the subjects that come under this course would be like cosmetic, pharmaceutical. You will learn about chemistry of the drug. That means what reacts with what, and then the dosage form, the advanced delivery type of drug delivery system. That means a technique to deliver science and innovation, anything that new comes with advanced drug delivery system and all. And then more to like even there's marketing, entrepreneurship. That's all round up has made a person who we are today, like me, Kalai, and also for Vidya. I also agree with Speaker Kalai with one thing. When you are when you want to pursue your study, in any course, you must be a person that proactive in both. That means in academic, you excel in academic as well as in extracurricular activities. That means you work hard, study hard, and also play hard. So you have a balance in your life. I believe work-life balance is very important. You can't spend your entire energy, working, studying for more than 12 hours or 10 hours a day. You must also have a very, very balanced life as well. So this course would actually give you for me, how it helped me through my career would be because when it comes to a product, to market a product, you must know the science behind the product, and you must be able to explain the science behind the product. Not all pharma grad has the ability to do this. That means when you have a product, let's say you have an apple, you must be able to know how the apple is going to go into the body, go into the biological system, how it's going to don't undergo all the kinetic process, how it's going to give you the mechanism of action, the pharmaco behind that, how it's going to come out of your body, everything you should know. So by actually from this course, you will know everything. So you as a science grad, you will know all what's happening, and you will be engaged. Like for example, Vidya is also engaged with clinical trials. So you are able to also conduct a clinical trials. So that's all. And for example, after the clinical trials, you are required to write a paper. That means you have to like publish a paper and all. You are also being trained here. You are also being exposed here how to actually publish your thesis, how to actually write a proper thesis. Everything is being taught here. So this is all my foundation. Whatever I get here, I was a person back in uni. Actually, I was involved in more to like a lab work. My thesis was a formulation of gel, which is also involved a lot of lab work. And I had my industry training in actually nuclear science Malaysia, where is fully a R&D center, where I was actually exposed to all different type of, when it comes to R&D center, there's a lot of like chromatography, HPLC. I was involved in all this, and it was purely lab. And then we was like having if I'm not mistaken, if I can recall back, we was doing under Kacik Fatima, the formulation. It's a traditional formulation. So we was actually involved in the R&D behind Kacik Fatima to make it into a capsule formulation and all. So it starts from the basic. That means you get the raw material, and then whether you want to do a wet granulation, a dry granulation, you want to make it a powder, you want to make it as how, everything go through the process. After that, you have to find for the active formulation there and all everything until you make to the end product, which is make it into a capsule, and then you go into the market. So being exposed in my internship and all, I learned a lot. I learned a lot how to make and all. If today, if I want to do a product, I think I would be very interested to make a cosmetic product.
Wow. Okay.
Always, yes. I always wanted to make my own, like I want to like introduce a product on my own brand, like a cosmetic product, because you actually know how to make it ready. You know already what ingredient can go with what along, and then you will know how to make it. You will know. I think during my course itself, you will produce lip balm, lipstick, this kind of thing, all in lab ready with using a very minimal product which is available there. But yet you will get a very nice formulation there already one. So we know what ingredient can go along with what. So today, if you ask me to produce a lipstick, I can just produce for you already, just using a minimal product. You ask me to produce a lip balm, I can produce already. You ask me to produce suppository, I can also produce already, because I can know what is the base of what's the base, what active ingredient you want to add in. So everything we have been taught already. So even you want to have your own product, for example, you want to graduate from Bachelor in Pharmaceutical Science with Health Science, you want to do business after that, you can just go ahead with your cosmetic business as well. Or you can even like contribute your idea, like Vidya is doing. She's contributing her idea into a new formulation. And then it can be marketed into a Malaysia market. And then you can explore after that into Asian market. And this is how it expands. This is how business grows actually, with the people that actually have a foundation with this type of product, with this type of program, which is Bachelor in Pharmaceutical Science with Health Science.
So, like, what product would you produce if you are going to produce a new cosmetic product?
Depends. I always love like products like even when I was lab back then, when I was in lab dekat KPJUC lab, right? During my course cosmetic, I like to produce this lip balm, lipstick like that, and then I'll try myself. I'll put all the coloring, like you like to like explore, right? I'll put orange, yellow, it's like sweet kind of pink like that. And then even I think during my college day also, we produced this liquid eye gel or something like that. So it's very interesting, and it draws my attention also as well. So you will know how, like you will try and error. Boleh tak dia jadi tak? Is it being solid? Is it being in semi-solid form? After you add everything, and then you will like, test run like that. Jadi tak my liquid, like eyeliner? Jadi tak? Is it still in the solid form or not? It's very important for you to test run also. First of all, you must believe your product is working. So this is how you will create. So today, if I want to be a business person, I probably go into a cosmetic product, because the demand is always there and the market is growing as well. This is a part of my career. Right?
All the best for your new cosmetic product.
Thank you.
I'll support you, no worries. Okay, so that's our seniors has shared their knowledge about their experience in industries. So before we really end the session let's take some questions from YouTube and Facebook comments for a Q&A session for the speakers. So the first question I would like to ask to Kak Vidya. Give me some importance of Bachelor of Pharmaceutical Sciences. What is the importance of this program?
I think Mr. Kalimaran and Risha already said so many. Okay, let me share my experience when I came to Fuel Organics. So Fuel Organics, I've been repeating, it's still new and all. So before I entered this Fuel Organics, it was all manual machine. So when it comes to packing the ointment, filling, everything we have to do single person. So when you take the ointment, you have to cinch it out and put inside the filling tube and everything. So before I come, then after I came into this, when I was in intern, they actually come up with an idea of buying an auto machine for all this cooking, storage area and everything. They bought a auto machine. But my boss is not a pharmaceutical based person. She's from some molecular biology, cancer biology. She's in that profession. So actually, that is another one more point why she actually took me as an intern first, because I got this, pharmaceutical science with health sciences title. So she was like testing. Okay, the first day of production I went, so I don't know anything about, what is the flow and everything, right? So they just asked me to, okay, come, let's go to production. So when I see the machine, I was like, oh, this is all the machine that, our lecturer taught us. Like, oh, okay, so this is okay, it's going to be easy, lah. But, when she was dealing with the machine, she has so much of like doubts, like how to on this machine, how to, pour this, pour that, like that kind of thing. So,
Okay.
we have one module called, pharmaceutical engineering.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I remember.
actually,
I'm
yeah, thank
studying
God.
it.
So thank God, actually, I was very focused in that subject. So when it comes to herbal product, it is very hard to extract, yeah, the phytoconstituents. If we didn't extract it properly with the maybe oil or base, it's not going to give any, like you don't have the proper extraction. So what is our first element was the herbs were not soaked in the oil, because actually before this they don't do large scale production, but when it comes to auto machine it was very huge and large. They didn't know how to operate it, but the supplier was there, and he also was like, oh, how shall I do this to make everything work. But that time I was a bit shy to talk, like how am I supposed to react to them. They maybe my opinion they won't take, because I'm still intern mom. They don't accept. So I called my boss. I told her that I know how to use this machine. Then she was like, oh really, even I don't know how to use. How come you know how to use? Then I said, if you see my CV, miss, I have studied some pharmaceutical engineering part. So let me give you all some suggestions. So then they did like a meeting, surrounding me, and then they were hearing my opinion, and they were like very shocked. They were very shocked. Literally, everyone was like that type of expression. So then I'm like, oh gosh, I think I did something wrong, because of like there is one production engineer from international level person standing and hearing my talk, and I'm like, okay, I think I did some mistake. Then they were like, they really tried doing that. I give my opinion. You have to do this, you have to do that. Please try to make the curve, going towards, so that the herbs will cook better. So I give my suggestion, and yeah, it succeeds. And they were really shocked. And then they were like, okay, can you tell me, where you study, where are you from? So that's when, like, when I go there, they don't treat me as an intern. They really think that I'm the production engineer, production engineer. So they started calling me as a production engineer. From quality control, become engineer. So, that kind of stuff, that thank God lah, we got actually all this, pharmaceutical engineering, cosmetic, like all what Risha, Akka said and all. So, something, it will help us somewhere. So that's how my boss actually really trust me. And then I think last production, I did the production all alone, by me only, managing all this one. Plus, I was teaching the supplier how to on the machine, how to do all this. Supplier of the machine, I am teaching. So they were shocked seeing all this. So I purely thank all the lecturers, coming up with all these, contents, subjects. Even now, my product has got halal certified. So
Okay.
every 2 years you need to renew it. Okay. So we have a consultant to as like explain, because usually halal only non-Muslims involved. So my boss is non-Muslim, actually Muslim. So they will be like, oh, how to make this girl involved. So what they do is they call a consultant, and the consultant was teaching me about halal and all. Then he asked me a few questions about halal. So I told, yeah, I know about halal because we studied it in, like pharmaceutical assurance.
Mm.
And then, yeah, so like they were really shocked. I was explaining things like, you should do this, you should do that. They were like, oh, you know about this. And even you're non-Muslim, you know about this. So I said, yeah, there is a module in, I study. They were really shocked. They were like, oh, I thought only they don't teach all this to us. So they were pretty shocked. So they actually appoint me as one of the halal committee,
Mm.
under halal and jacking in my company. So I was pretty shocked with all this. So I'm like, okay, it's like when if you are in workplace as well, when you start your new adventure in working this one, like what Mr. Kalaman said, your knowledge doesn't stop there. You are still learning everything. Yeah. So I think, from my opinion, I think we should actually voice out, even if we are in intern level or working level or anything, whatever we think is right, we just try to tell them, discuss as a very informal chat, say things, maybe it's right, like what I did in that company, manufacturing side and all. So I will always advise everyone who is watching here, students, try to communicate with them, try to tell your opinions, everything voice out. Don't keep it with you. And then, oh, I'm very shy, I don't say, I'm scared, whatever I learn, I'm scared to expose. Please don't do that. Actually, whatever we are learning from our college, especially our courses, actually it will help somehow in your industry side. So yeah,
So
that's my.
juniors, you can please hear what our senior says. Okay, the second question. It's from Miss Sharifa. Uh, Hi, may I know what is the difference between Bachelor of Pharmacy and Bachelor of Pharmaceutical? What's the difference between the courses? So, Mr. Kalai, please answer the question.
Okay, I would like to answer this question. Yeah, I would answer this question. Okay, before we go into to differentiate both courses, I would like to tell my experience why I choose this pharmaceutical science actually. So I am from diploma. After SPM, I go for diploma, then I go for bachelor pharmaceutical science. So until I finish my diploma in pharmacy, I won't know there is a course pharmaceutical science with health science in KPJ. So throughout the diploma pharmacy, my thought is okay, I will go for pharmaceutical science. So I will go for pharmaceutical science. So after finishing my diploma,
Kak Isha, you want to backup him?
Hi, I think Kalai's line is lagging. So I'll just continue maybe to answer for the question as well. For the difference between Bachelor in Pharmacy, HONS, and also
hello, are you
for
there?
Bachelor.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I think
Hello,
Kalai
everyone
can
is back.
continue.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
sure,
we are
sure.
blessing.
So, okay, until I end my diploma in pharmacy, so I am thinking, okay, we will go for diploma, we will go to pharmacy, bachelor in pharmacy. So once at the end of semester, Mr. Tan, now he's a dean of School of Pharmacy, right? So those time is my lecturer. So he advised me, and then from there I know, okay, that's a bachelor in pharmaceutical science. So I start to research what is the difference between pharmacy and bachelor in pharmaceutical science. So I try to ask many lecturers and I try to research myself. Okay, pharmaceutical science is only offered in our KPJ. Pharmaceutical technology is almost similar, but it's also offered in private university and also in government university. But the syllabus is totally different what we learned at KPJ University. Okay, KPJ University syllabus of pharmaceutical science at my cohort 7 onwards, it's mostly similar, 95% similar as B Farm. Okay. So what B Farm is learned, also we are learning. For my cohort, we always combine class with B Farm because similar subject, similar syllabus is going on. Only advantage of pharmacy is they having poison even license to open their own pharmacy. Okay, that is what one advantage what Bachelor in Pharmacy has. So okay, I start to think, because let's say you study BPharm 10 years before, 5 years before, that's a different opportunity for BPharm. You can open your own pharmacy, which is in entrepreneurial mindset. Okay, so now everyone is producing BPharm. Everyone producing BPharm graduates. So there's a lot of pharmacists going to open the pharmacy. But how my mindset is entrepreneurial mindset. How I'm going to survive if I open a pharmacy my own self? Because there's a lot of chain pharmacy are coming there. Even Alpro pharmacy is there. A lot of chain pharmacy is there. So how I'm going to survive in entrepreneurial set? Okay, let's say I'm going to hospital pharmacies. When I go to hospital pharmacies, I'm from diploma, right? Every sem I got how to say I got internship practical in a hospital KPJ pharmacy. So my mindset, I feel boring to see everyday patients faces, patient faces, their illness, everyday people, back, how to say dispense the medicine to them. So I feel like pharmaceutical science have their different thing. You are producing a medicine, you are formulating a medicine. It's like challenging for me. So I choose into pharmaceutical science. So why I choose pharmaceutical science is what I got now. Now I'm challenging a lot of challenges in my career, a lot of troubleshooting. Every day I face exciting troubleshootings where I try to get into research and troubleshoot that. When you troubleshoot things, totally different. Let's say R&D, the experienced people formulators bringing the medicine into plant. But there's a problem. For example, the machine can't tolerate with the medicine. I mean, they can't have flow. So when what you think a critical thinking skill will come into play there. Why it's happening? How am I going to troubleshoot? You will think, you will research. Okay, you troubleshoot that problem. That thing is working. So that happiness will give you the different happiness. So that's what I feel now. That's what the difference between BPharm and B pharmaceutical science. And also, I want to add up. It doesn't mean BPharm can't work into our field. Can work, but both similar. Similar work will do, because my working colleague is a pharmacist also. BPharm. He has a 5 year experience. The workload and working things almost same only. That's
Okay.
fully depend on you. Which one you choose? You want to choose BPharm or you want to choose B pharmaceutical science?
There's no a big difference. It's only a slight
Yeah,
difference in the
slight difference in also they will learn dispensing technique as extra
Mm,
in
yeah,
most related to pharmacology things. Pharmacology things they will lead a bit more. Only that difference is 95% same in our college actually. If you
yeah.
go for other college, I'm no idea about that. Yeah,
Okay, thank you, Kalai, for the knowledge that you gave us and the differentiate between the two causes that you gave us. Okay, there's a
yeah. Thank you.
question from YouTube also. Karisha, this is for you. How do we get ourselves involved in curricular activities? And also another question, which is asked, how do doctors accept the information that you pass about medications?
Okay, so I'll take these. Thank you for your question, Barna Manikam. Okay, how do we get ourselves involved in extracurricular activities? Okay, very simple. You have to be proactive, my dear. If you have students watching this, you have to be proactive since you are being
Another
a student itself.
senior is
Yes,
telling.
like how I think I saw like Nisha and Kamal is doing a fantastic job. You have to be like voluntarily you yourself volunteer to join certain organization like pharmas, you go and join with these type of group, positive-minded type of people. Why? Because it's very important. You have to mix with all the varieties of people, a lot of mind around you. Sebab bila dah kerja dah, when you are on field already, you are, like appointed in certain company to, to work for certain position, you have to engage in all level of people. That means your boss, someone is working under you. So you have to like cater accordingly to everyone. And then you have to also involve in a lot of things. Contohnya, let's say you are involved in Khamis, for example. You learn leadership, you learn how to present. Now here you are also learning how to, like conduct a live forum, live webinar. Everything is also learning. Every day, as Vidya said, every day there's something is waiting for you. There's something new that you could learn from here, from the person that's speaking. Someone, you can learn from everyone. Someone like working under you, you can learn from them. So, belajar ni jangan malu-malu. Don't be shy. If you don't know, just tell that, be humble and then just tell, can I learn? I don't know. Or if you're a person that, you pandai, contoh like yesterday I saw like one of the students, Kamal, is very good in IT related stuff like that. So if you have extra skill, extra, you are very interested, suka sangat buat benda-benda like this or everything. So you contribute your skill. Maybe farmers will know, it will be useful for their organization. So let's say you are a very good host. You pandai bercakap, and then you are the person that you can talk multi-language and all. So you contribute for this type of event. So you say maybe, boleh tak saya volunteer? I want to train myself to be a host and all. So this is sambil belajar, sambil you also sharpen up your skills as well. When I was in uni, I also involved in certain programs also to be, I think handled a few programs, jadi host, handle like events, even we did like there's a lot of things that we did during uni days itself. Even like during my studies also, I was involved in thesis, my final year thesis. Actually, I was doing with Sir Abdullah Han. Dr. Abdullah Han, and then we managed to write up to an organization and we publish our final year thesis together. So I presented to another organization, and then finally we won a few category of presentation category, and then best presenter. Like there's a few category there. And then we managed to bring these awards back to college and all. So when you are actively involved, you can actually boleh banyak belajar. If you have silap tak apa, just cuba tak. At the end of the day, did you try it or not? Kalau silap ke tak tahu pun tak apa, it's okay. It's okay to don't know. It's okay to do mistake. But you have to learn from them. So jangan asyik belajar je boring. So you kena main sikit So your main tu kena main with all these type of things. Let's say sports, you can play any sports and all. So be active. So but minda ni you must kena main sikit. You must have to play sports to be cergas also your minda and all. You can't like always be in academic as well. You have to balance. That's why I say when you are a person, you are a balanced person. Kalau dekat college pun belajar, main really like that. When you go into your work also, you'll be like that. You will have a work-life balance. You will know when to work. You will know when to have a day off to let go of all the stress build up. So you go back with a clear mind, and then you go continue with your task is given. Okay, all good. I thought I answered for the first question. Can I get back the next question? Sorry. What was the second one?
Question is, okay, how do doctor accept the information that you passed about medications?
Okay. First thing is you're a qualified person. Okay, I'll just start with the very basic. Okay, first thing when you pass your name card itself. Okay, name card go in. Let's say for example myself, Rishabala, and then the next line below your name itself, it's you are qualified for what. Let's say for example you hold a position of like a product specialist, like R&D engineer and all. So the next thing will be actually what are you qualified for? And then your study will come there, Bachelor in Pharmaceutical Science with Health Sciences. So this differentiate you from another graduate. Let's say if I'm going to an interview today, and then I got person X, I got person Y. And then under my name, there's Bachelor of Pharmaceutical Science with Health Sciences. And then another person comes with, for example, Bachelor of Biology. Like, just giving a rough example. And then they will see, there shows are you qualified or not? Are you the person that they are looking for or not? So this shows even for a doctor also, they will be they have the trust on you. And then when you go on demonstrating your product or any device there, they will have the confidence because you're not selling the benefit or the feature of product. You are selling the science behind the product. For example, I want to sell this pen. So I'm not telling this pen is white color, is this shape and all. I'm telling that this pen can actually, when you sign this pen, you sign a check with this pen, actually you are securing a tender of 1,000 ringgit, for example. So I'm telling what is the benefit behind this pen. I'm not detailing on the feature of this pen. I'm not saying that this pen is wide, this is at this height and all. I'm just telling that when securing this, you are actually securing a tender for a next generation. You are securing a drug which is going to help 1,000 people out there, like that, something like that. So you are actually selling the science behind the product and the way you are confidently delivering the message. For example, when you are talking for a doctor, they are at different level. We are at another level. You can actually learn a lot from them. You can just be honest with your opinion. Tapi kalau nak belajar, you have to belajar with someone who is actually highly educated more than you. Especially when you are dealing with head of department, like just now Vidya mentioned, she's dealing with the head of department. So these type of people, they have a lot of experience, clinical experience. So boleh belajar when you are, when you are humble and when they can see that you want to learn, they can actually teach you. And this differentiate you from another people. So this will actually help you. You will even learn more. And this will actually help you to communicate to another doctor, another HCP, another pharmacist. Because being in a sales and marketing, we don't only not only the mindset of to sell something. Of course, sales is the end goal, but we also create disease awareness to the public. We also do programs, webinars to the pharmacists. We educate them. We teach them about the product. We teach about the awareness of the disease. These sales and marketing people can also influence doctors for certain type of medication and also boleh influence CPG guideline. For example, now there's a diabetes CPG guideline. So doktor kata nak guna this drug has a first line. So actually we can also influence these doctors to actually change on our guidelines as well. There's a lot of things, not only selling and also selling or trading something or what. This is beyond that itself. So it differentiates by having this degree. You are pretty different because as I mentioned, the pharmaco of the drug, how the drug is made, and all these type of details there as well. So this is how, with the confidence you deliver the message, doctor will definitely accept your idea, and they will be definitely, if they have something to share to you, they want to share something about your product, or they want to have any question or any challenges. Most of the time, doctors will share. I use your product. For example, Vidya is handling for the wound care and all. I use this happen. And then we will come up there. Another learning will come up. Oh, macam mana to jadi like that? How do we overcome this? Or shall we do this way to be better? Patient tu akan improve tak like that. So from there, all the learning come in also. When you contribute your idea, doctors can also see that how confident you are, how much of knowledge have you learned from the clinical, on clinical experience as well. So this is all how you get through your idea to the doctor. Definitely your body language, and you kena confident lah, tak boleh gelak-gelak, and then you sitting with somebody, head of department, and then you gelak-gelak, and then Dr. Pen ni cantik tau, like that means of course the rejection level is very high. They will probably reject you already. Adik tolong keluar dari pintu ni, like that.
That's so sad.
So if you know your product in and out, so that means when any question comes to you, you know how to answer it already, and then that's how it show how credible you are from comparing to another person which is the same line with you as well. Okay.
Thank you, Karisha. And that was so informative. And you answered my question actually because I had the question to how would a, a person, a random person, go to a doctor and tell about their medication and approach them with their medication. So now I know, and maybe in future I'll try. No problem. Okay, so the question from Facebook Live, it's from Aishwarya. Can a pharmacist diagnose a medical condition? The second question. Describe a problematic situation that occurred in a pharmacy and how you handle it. So this is the two questions Aishwarya asked. Yes, to Kak Vidya.
Okay, so thanks, Aishwarya Ajaya, for your question. Okay, can a pharmacist diagnose a medical condition? Actually, from my own opinion, we can't do that. We can't do that. Actually, this diagnosing a medical condition is actually the job description for a doctor. But we can actually just, maybe we can actually discuss with them, maybe in informal chat, maybe like saying that, oh, maybe this person has this, what would you say, like you have an informal chat with your doctor, like maybe, oh, okay, from my this one, okay, maybe, doctor, I think this person has got, diabetic foot ulcer, but you have to see more into it to just to get an idea of what they are trying to say. It could be actually another medical condition that they will say, but we are not aware of. So I think it's better. Pharmacists can't diagnose a medical condition. It's better to not. Yeah, that's the first question she asked. Then the second question, can I?
Describe a problematic situation that occurred in a pharmacy. How would you
I can't hear you, Nisha. Your speaker.
describe a problematic situation that occurred in pharmacy and how would you handle it?
Like a lot of experience. Okay, so before I start my degree, I did my diploma. Okay, so that's when you are exposed to all these hospitals, KPJs. No, okay. So what was the problematic situation that occurred? So when I was working in community pharmacy, so when we are in diploma, we are actually holding a role of assistant pharmacist. We are not the pharmacist yet. We are holding the position of assistant pharmacist. So when someone comes with idea, like okay, okay, today I would like to buy, metronidazole. So it's going to be a, that type of medicine is actually controlled medicine or any type of antibiotic, any type of this one. Patients, customers, they comes to us, they randomly ask all this. We as an assistant pharmacy, we can't help them. So we have to be very humbly, like talk, sorry, say, pharmacy is not available and I can't dispense that, medication for you. So that's when, the problematic situation arises. How come you are the pharmacist of this, like this one as, but at that moment we are not the pharmacist, but so cononly we are standing at that place, they will think we are
Pharmacist.
pharmacists, okay? So we have to explain the situation saying that, we are not the pharmacies, we can't open that, the rack, without them, if anyone comes in, to check, then come to it. We all come to it.
Okay.
So we have to actually tell in a very good way. Or maybe we can actually ask them, okay, do you have any prescription? If they are our regular customer, we can ask them, do you have a prescription?
Yeah.
So that is the most problematic situation that I have encountered in my life when I was doing my diploma under community pharmacy. So
Uh,
yeah,
to Aishwarya, you have heard our part of story that is pharmacy assistant. Tomorrow we have a forum for pharmacies, and that one you can hear from the pharmacies itself. Their
yeah,
difficult situation,
that is
their
more informative.
very complicated situation in pharmacy. So I would like to invite you for the tomorrow's
Next
forum
webinar.
also. Okay, so the last question from uh, Miss Amalina to Mr. Kalai. Is it possible to work in the hospital as a pharmaceutical health science student? What is the job scope?
Yeah, I have read this question. Is it possible to work in pharma hospital as a pharmaceutical science student, right? So, yes, of course you can work, but not as a pharmacist. To be a pharmacist, you should have the license, right? Poison license. So, in other departments, for example, you can work also as a pharmacy assistant, and also there's a job scope in management. For example, in hospital also there is a management, sales and marketing. There will be also any other departments, procurement departments. You can work there also because our subjects is all compilation of a lot of like sales and marketing, lot of subjects, which also exclude the pharmacy. So we have the knowledge. When we go into that, you need to improvise yourself. Don't
Anyone from
hello, are you there?
yeah, yeah, Kalai?
Are you there? Yeah. You just don't speak up. Just stick onto what you learn in college only. After you go into the working environment yourself by learning more into the departments. Yeah.
So, if we take Bachelor of Pharmaceutical Sciences, we can work in hospitals, but we will not be pharmacists because we don't have the legal drug certificate, right?
Yes, can I maybe just add on a little?
Sure.
Okay, so for the all the students that's watching this forum right now, right? So when you are at uni itself, you can decide where you want to belong itself. Okay, like for a person like me, when I was doing my thesis project, when I was in my internship and all, I was working with machines, and actually, I can do both. That means I can work with people. I can also work with machines as well. But my interest was more to like I want to work with people. I was a person that very outgoing as well. I like to talk, I like to have a different environment because after I finished my diploma in pharmacy, I was working in a hospital in a pharmacy setting for about 1 year and above. And then every day, my life was just inside satu kotak aja like that. So this is the size, the square feet of the pharmacy means there is my life and there is my career and all. So, and then if the situation is very busy, if the hospital pharmacy is very busy, that means you can't go out, you don't have like, literally you will be inside dispensing the medication, doing the prescription filling, everything, this process, everything. So, and then there was one day that I got a little bit frustrated and then I was thinking, so this is what I studied for, is it? To be just inside this square feet and all. So this is all the flexibility I had, is it? So I was like, okay. And then to escape that, actually I continued my degree and then I ended into a Bachelor in Pharmaceutical Science with Health Sciences. And then yet I was doing all the lab work and all. And then one day I asked myself, by coincidence, I got a job under sales and marketing, and then I asked myself, I think this is what I belong to because I like to meet people, I like to be flexible, I like to go out. I like to meet strangers. The challenges is still there. Nice. It is tough at times, but the challenges are interesting. I'm growing. I'm learning as well. I compared my life to be in a lab. If you're a person like to to do paperwork, you like to every day deal with machines, and you like this type of thing, that means you are well suited to go and then work into R&D and all stuff like that. If you're a person like nak suka bercakap, you want people, you are a very people type of person, like you want to have a product and then how you want to launch it to the market, you want to do this type of work, that means you are a person like very people person. It's best for you to go into a sales and marketing because you will meet a lot of type of people there. You have to communicate with all levels. If you love to do with lab machines, if you like to deal with something in the lab, you like to innovate a new drug, you like to be by yourself, create create something new and all. If you see yourself as an innovator, then it's best suited for you to go into an R&D technician, has a person in a lab to innovate new things as well. Maybe you can also be a person to even create vaccines now. It's on demand. So you can also contribute your idea for that as well. So you will know your strength and your weakness and do what you enjoy to do. Don't have a job which every day you nak masuk, lepas tu punch in 8 o'clock and then you wait until you just look at the clock, when it will be 5 o'clock, when it will be 5 o'clock, then I will run away from my place. You don't have this kind of, jangan paksa diri untuk kerja. Do something that you enjoy to do. Do something that, you like to go there and then to do something, to create something, to, your appearance there, your idea there, your knowledge there is actually can be helpful for someone to actually grow. At the same time, you must pick organization there where you will have your self growth also. So you kena pandai, you must know where you want to be. So, and then you direct yourself. By coincidence, actually, I came into sales and marketing, and I think this is the place where actually I learned about business, I learned about sales, I learned about marketing. So I think this is best suited for my character and also my extra skills as well. If you have a good communication skills, so you can also go into teaching. You can be a lecturer as well. You can go into teaching. If you want to continue in education line, you can also be a lecturer. You can also be you can also go into a medical science associate field as well. They will teach about clinical papers as well. So there's a few fields that you can go according to, you will know where is your strength and also your weakness. Tapi end of the day, paling penting is enjoy what you do. Don't have a life macam robot Pagi pergi kerja, drive, go to work. Lepas tu, clock in, every day punch in and then wait until lunch hour. After lunch hour, makan-makan, then relax a bit. And then pukul 5 dah keluar dah. Then end of the day when you think, kita buat apa hari ni? Macam, entahlah buat apa. Like that. So don't have this kind of robotic life. Enjoy your life. Your career is, actually in your life, if you see, career tu dah ambil, almost is taking 8 hours of your 24 hours already, So you are spending 8 hours. So spend on the things that you enjoy to do, that you will learn. Don't spend these 8 hours to something that you don't enjoy. End of the day, you kan macam lama-lama jadi frust dah. And then you will feel like macam bos marah sikit pun you macam terasa already, You feel like so offended. Padahal they are actually giving you this objection is actually to improve yourself or what. Tapi you will take it personally like that. So you have to have a good IQ, good EQ. Your emotional also must be good also. So everything since you are in uni itself, you know already how well is your EQ, how well is your IQ. So you cater according, your extra skills, all you cater correctly according to the field that you want. Kalau you macam saya tak suka duduk dalam lab, every day the person I don't like to punch in. My job, I don't need to punch in. So I don't have a punch card. So I'm very flexible. I'm very free. So I go meet my clients on appointment base. So I set the time and then I'm very flexible. Where I want to meet, everything, it's very flexible. So I like this type of job where there's a certain flexibility as well. If you're a person like me, then you can choose something career like sales and marketing. If you're a person like to teach, you suka mengajar orang. So that means you go into a teaching education. If you like to innovate, you go into a lab setting. So this is how you cater yourself accordingly. I hope I answer your question, Nur Amali. Okay, sorry. Thank you.
The end of the day, what is your passion is what you're going to do. So that is the one.
Don't do something that you don't enjoy. You will end up hating it in long run.
With love and with passion, then you'll succeed your life.
Yes.
The situation. So yeah, we have come to the end of the session and maka tamatlah sudah online forum pada forum kita pada hari ini. So saya ingin ucapkan terima kasih kepada penonton-penonton yang sudi hadir menonton webinar kita sampai ke penghujung ini. Forum ini takkan berseri tanpa sokongan dan respon anda semua. And not forgetting also, saya ingin ucapkan terima kasih kepada Encik Kalaimaren, Miss Vidya, Miss Risha kerana sanggup kosongkan masa bekerja hari ini untuk bersama-sama kami berkongsi pengalaman pada hari ini. Semoga input-input yang disampaikan oleh speakers kita akan bagi manfaat yang sangat baik and sangat banyak kepada pendengar-pendengar sendiri, lebih-lebih lagi kepada junior-junior School of Pharmacy KPJUC yang betul-betul nak tahu pasal senario kat industri. Di kesempatan itu, saya ingin meminta maaf jika saya ada kekurangan dari segi percakapan dan bahasa saya sepanjang saya mengendalikan forum ini. So, jika ada kesempatan, kita berjumpa lagi di forum yang lain. Terima kasih semua and jangan lupa makan tengah hari. And y'all also going to take your lunch. Okay, bye.